The lighthouse keeper's promise. On the rugged coast of Maine stood an old lighthouse, battered by winds and waves, but still standing proud. It was in this lighthouse that Emma found solace every summer. Ever since she was a child, her grandparents owned a small cottage nearby, and every year, she would escape the chaos of city life to breathe the salty air and watch the endless horizon. One summer, as she wandered down the cliffs with her sketchbook, she noticed someone new at the lighthouse. A young man, tall with tousled brown hair, fixing the railings and repainting the faded walls. Curious and bold, Emma introduced herself. His name was Lucas, a marine biologist who had taken a sabbatical to restore the lighthouse. A passion project passed down from his late father. Their conversations started light: weather, the sea, her sketches, his studies. But quickly, they became something deeper. They'd sit under the stars, sharing dreams and fears, laughter echoing across the empty shore. Emma was drawn to his quiet strength and the way he looked at the world, like every wave held a secret. Lucas admired her free spirit, her ability to find beauty in the smallest things. Days turned into weeks, and a soft romance blossomed between sea winds and starlit skies. But summer, like all seasons, had to end. Emma had to return to her job in the city, and Lucas had commitments he couldn't walk away from. They stood together on the rocks one last time, the sun dipping into the ocean, hearts aching with the weight of goodbye. "I don't know what the future holds," Emma whispered, tears caught in the breeze. Lucas took her hand. "Then let's promise something simple. Every year, on the last day of summer, we meet here, no matter what." And so, year after year, they returned, sometimes with joy, sometimes with pain. There were years when they came as friends, others when they were in love. Life threw them challenges, new cities, lost jobs, even other relationships. But the lighthouse stood as a silent witness to a love that refused to fade. 10 years later, on a golden September evening, Lucas waited at the lighthouse with a small box in his pocket. Emma arrived, breathless and smiling. He knelt down, the ocean roaring behind him. "I never stopped loving you, Emma. Will you be my forever?" Tears shimmered in her eyes. "Yes," she whispered. "I always knew I'd find my way back to you." And under the light that had watched over their hearts for a decade, they sealed their promise with a kiss, finally home in each other's arms. Would you like a shorter version? A translation? Or maybe a different kind of love story? Tragic, fantasy, modern, etc. Once upon a time in a small town by the sea, there lived a young woman named Lily. She was known for her gentle smile and her love for painting. Every day, she would sit by the beach, capturing the beauty of the waves and the sky on her canvas. One fateful day, a man named James, a traveler passing through the town, sat near her while waiting for his bus. He noticed the way she was so absorbed in her painting, and something about her peacefulness caught his attention. "Your painting is beautiful," James said, surprising her. Lily smiled shyly, but she was glad to talk to him. They began speaking about art, the sea, and the beauty of the world. As the sun began to set, James felt as though he had known Lily for a lifetime. He knew he had to leave the town the next morning, but something inside him told him not to let her go without expressing his feelings. "I know we've only just met," James said, his voice soft, "but I feel like we're meant to cross paths. Would you like to meet me again tomorrow?" Lily's heart fluttered, and she nodded, unsure of what the future held, but certain she didn't want this moment to slip away. The next day, they met again, and each day after that, their bond grew stronger. With every conversation and shared laugh, their hearts intertwined. James's travels continued, but he always returned to Lily, and she found herself waiting for him with every sunrise. In time, James realized that the only place he truly felt at home was beside Lily. He asked her to join him on his adventures, and she happily agreed, for she knew the greatest masterpiece of all was the love they were creating together. And so, their love story unfolded, written in the colors of the sky, the ocean, and the moments they shared, timeless and true.